In 1999, Bruce Willis starred in a movie with Haley Joel Osment entitled Sixth Sense. The premise of the movie was that Haley Joel Osment saw things other people didn't. Bruce Willis was an investigator trying to figure out a crime. In the end, Haley Joel was helping Bruce come to terms with his own death. After all, Haley Joel's character, while alive, could see dead people. Now, I won't comment on whether or not other people can really see dead people at any time, let alone on a regular basis. However, I'm clear that not everyone sees things the same way. There are differences. Carl Jung, a 20th century Swiss psychotherapist, observed people tend to take in and organize information in two different ways. One tended to focus on the moment, take in information in a linear way, and trust what they see and experience directly. In addition, these people, who Jung labeled sensing, tend to trust the tried and true ways of dealing with things. Sensing people are more like the Bruce Willis detective searching out the facts, trying to solve the puzzle. Others, Jung observed, took in and organized information more randomly. These people do what some call thin slice. They take in seemingly unrelated information, find the connections between them, then recognize processes that make things work. They tend to be future-oriented, easily seeing the likely outcomes that sensing people tend to miss. These people, who Jung labeled intuitive, are not generally content with the status quo, but tend to challenge existing ways of doing things and respond eagerly to new methods of doing even the most common tasks. Intuitive people are more like the Haley Joel Osment character. They see things others can't. They see dead people. Now the question is, which one is right? The answer is both of them. And according to Jung, we all have the capacity for each, yet tend to use one more than the other, and we all need to learn to utilize both strengths of each. It's just that we will more likely use one than the other. It's like throwing a ball. Some people throw with one hand and catch with the other. However, there are times we need both hands to take care of ourselves. Which are you, a sensing or an intuiting person? There is a process to begin confirming the hunch you might have. You can take a Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, then process the results with a qualified provider to confirm or validate your response. The second letter of the Myers-Briggs is your perceptive tendency, either S for sensing or N for intuitive. Then you can talk with the provider about how you can learn to benefit from your strengths, both within yourself and with others. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Life Matters. If it's been helpful, please hit those like and subscribe buttons on YouTube. If you're watching me on Facebook, please like my page and share it with your friends. Most of all, come back to see me for my next episode of Life Matters.